Hello guys, welcome to my page, where we will break down Beyoncé's music, tour interludes, set lists, visuals, music, and more. Welcome to the Renaissance. I guess I can leave the singing to Beyoncé. Let's get started. Now, some of you are wondering why I chose this image specifically. Well, let's get into it. So we all know the May 29th theory. Beyoncé may or may not give us Act 3 to be or not to be, indeed. However, I would like to break down a part of the license plate that we saw that many people might not have seen, or well, haven't seen it because I haven't seen it be touched one. Now the license plate says GAC 295. From that we got Candy Apple Green and May 29th, the only Friday of this year, 2026, that is on the 29th. But I start thinking, could this license plate mean anything else? Just like everything in these acts have double meaning, triple meaning, quadruple meaning, because, well, it is the Matrix. Then I started to research and I found something very interesting. GAC could be a star. I looked it up and I Googled it and I came up with Gacrux. GACRUX GAC. The Gacrux is the third brightest star in the crux, which is the Southern Cross constellation. I can touch on the crux in another video in further detail, but think of it as the Gamma crux is at the top, Beta is to the left, Delta is to the right, and the Acrux is at the bottom. Which brings me back to this picture here. And once you see it, you can't really unsee it. But is Beyoncé making the image of the crux constellation here? So I wonder if the license plate was hinting at the Gamma crux. And then I thought, well, what could be 29.5? And I racked my brain, I could not figure it out until I realized in the sky there's coordinates. In those coordinates you use RA, which is right ascension, and DEC, declination. RA measures hours while DEC measures degrees. So I went between the 4th and 5th hour and the 29th degrees, and I found a point that was related to a constellation called Eridanus. Eridanus is a long constellation resembling a winding river dance. So that is one meaning. Then of course we have the Candy Apple Green, the May 29th meaning. So that's already 2 layers that will be a perfect theme for a multiverse or for a matrix. Now let's add another layer, shall we? I started doing research on what Friday might mean. So Friday is also known as Venus Day. Now there's histories on how the origins of Friday came to be. It's called Frigg's Day. Frigg is a gnomic goddess. She's a wife to Odin. There's a lot of backstory, but if you think of a reflection to that, that will be Venus. So that's probably how we came about Venus Day being connected to Friday, which is Roman and Greek mythology. Now, if we look at it from a point of view of that Venus is a goddess of fertility and a goddess of vanity, that's where we get the handheld mirror, but also we get the woman symbol from Venus. So she chose Friday intentionally, maybe to hint at Venus. And Greek mythology and everything, planets aligned with the sky and the stars. Now, July 29th, what could that mean? Well, the 29th, I was thinking about it, and 29 degrees is a degree of mastery and a degree of fate. And I wonder if she chose that specific degree in astrology. The 29th, again, is also the 29 degrees that we pinpointed the star from. This woman's mind is actually insane. So we have the 29 degrees, and we have Venus, Friday, femininity. Now, July. How we got the name July is from Julius Caesar. Now, Julius Caesar once believed that he was the son of Venus. Yeah, crazy. So we have the son, quote unquote, of Venus on a Friday, which represents Venus, and the 29th degree that represents mastery. That could be another layer of the Candy Apple Green 529, because now we're going to, let's fast forward, May 29th. Will we think we could possibly get Act 3? I don't think we'll necessarily get Act 3. I think it will be a pivotal point in the visuals, like the red or the blue pill. Infamous with the Matrix, however, if you remember, and excuse me, miss, Jay-Z infamously says the red or green pill. Nobody knows really if he intended to say that and it was artistic expression, but we know the real pill colors are red and blue. So I started doing more research. I already let you know the 29th degree and, of course, the Friday meaning. May is named after the Roman goddess Maya. She is the goddess of spring in earth, think Mother Nature. Her name means good mother or nurse. But Maya is also a part of a star called Pleiades, which is a Taurus constellation. Pleiades is a 7-star cluster. It's a whole backstory of 7 sisters. But Maya is the oldest. So the 5 May, hinting at Maya, the 29 degrees again, hinting at mastery. Another layer of this possible just one license plate, this woman's mind. We could be hinting at a feminine, divine feminine motherhood, and that could be Mother Earth or Mother Nature. So we have a date, May 29th, 2026. However, it could be possible, I know Beehive, we are not going to like this, that the next date will be January 29th, 2027. Now, I thought about it, and we already know, again, the 29th degree. January, however, the birth month, is from a god called Janus. Janus is the god of beginnings, rebirth, doorways, and gates. Now, my theory is that Beyoncé is taking us through gates and doorways to the Matrix. So we may not get Act 3 until then. But right now we are in a point where it is May 29th or January 29th. Red pill, January birthstone is garnet. Red, the gemstone for May is emerald. Green pill, red or green, but also the star in Pleiades, the Maya, is actually a blue star, so maybe it's, again, creative license. She played with blue and green, like her husband Jay-Z. This also fits the Heblet theory, to be or not to be. That is the question. So if that is the case, we are in Act 3, We just don't know which way we are going. Will it be May 29th or will it be January 29th? Only the stars and Beyoncé will tell. These are also additional layers that I have found. There could be a storyline. There's so many storylines that could happen with this. So I'm excited for the visuals whenever they may come. We might not get the visuals to probably even 2030, maybe even later. But I'm excited to break that down when it comes. If you stay to this long, I have a little surprise for you. So if you think of Beyoncé hinting at the stars, go back and let's look at Kelly and Michelle in the interludes. Why do they have binoculars? Could she be from the Crux also? Fun fact, a part of the Crux constellation is part of a bigger constellation called the Centaurus. Look at that horse, look at that horse, look at that horse. Now, I'm not saying she'll be the Centaurus. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. But I know her horse imagery is not a coincidence. And that adds yet another layer to the multiverse. Thank you for watching. And I'm just a Beyoncé nerd. I hope you enjoyed the video.